Dragon Ball Z Xenoverse 2 is the follow-up to last year's Dragon Ball Z title. And the real question is it worth your money? We'll find out on this episode of NPV Reviews. Alright, Dragon Ball Z Xenoverse 2. Now, personally, I have nothing to compare it to. I've never played the first Xenoverse. But what I can compare it to is the last Tenkaichi that I played, which is Budokai Tenkaichi 3.
Okay.
So in the graphics department, I have to say I'm really impressed. And the main objective to me in any anime game is to make it look like the anime. You want to play as those characters in that world. And Dragon Ball Z Xenoverse 2 does an awesome job at that. Beautiful colors, details on the character models. They look very proportional in how they look to the original manga and the original anime. And it looked awesome, you know. I felt like I was actually playing an episode of Dragon Ball Z. So I was very impressed. The environments, although bland at times, they do let you know where you're at and what they are. You know, you go inside Frieza's ship, you can go to Kame house, you know, the time machine is there, Trunks' time machine. So you see a lot of iconic locations, you know, Namek, the Tenkaichi tournament stage. That's always on every Dragon Ball Z game, that's a staple. They did a good job of recreating all the environments and make sure all the characters, colors, and proportions are correct. And I really enjoyed it. So the Marine graphics department did a really great job. So what do you think?
I'm agree with you on that. It was it's a very, very different from all the, like you said, Tenkaichi. I wasn't a big fan of the Tenkaichi series because it was just like blah. And back in the day, the graphics are very like squarish. You remember it?
Yeah,
like
very
more
blocky.
like CGI, like more like
even the hair
computer.
looked blocky.
Yeah, and you go, like you said, you go back to, they bring it back to like they look more like into the anime. You feel like you're actually like in the anime, you're playing and stuff like that. So
for sure, yeah.
Yeah, I totally agree with you on the graphics. Pretty good. Kind of stole everything I was about to say. You still half of it. So, you know, I don't know what to add on the graphics, guys.
It has very solid gameplay. I've never played the first Xenoverse.
But yeah, it's to compare with the, well, go ahead.
Okay, so the last game I played was Budokai Tenkaichi 3, and it's very similar to that in the fact that it's not a 2D fighter, so it's not just a fixed camera angle. You guys are going directly at each other. It's 3D environment. You can go anywhere, move anywhere, fly anywhere, whatever it is. So it's very reminiscent to that, but it's done a lot better. You can move a lot quicker. Everything feels a lot smoother. The animations, the attacks, you know, combos that you chain together feel a lot easier to do, and it's not as choppy, I guess you can say. So, which is really important in this type of game because Dragon Ball Z is a really hard thing to emulate in a game.
It is.
Because the battles in that
movie or game.
Yeah, the battles that happen in that show are ridiculous. They move faster than the speed of light. They're doing like crazy 1,000 punch moves and the Kamehameha blast. So it's very quick and hard to emulate. But I think they did a really great job in this.
Yeah, they did pretty good on the gameplay. I will say I do miss like the 2D fighting style, like Budokai 3, like 1, 2, and 3. But you still gotta understand this is more like an RPG game.
Yeah.
So like you have to like build up your character. So you know you gotta build them up stronger, fill up your stats and all that. And the game, what I do miss is just when you're playing with your buddy, you're kind of limited on kind of playing 2-player mode because the camera is just that one fix, like behind that certain character. Like before, it was more like, you know, the side scroll, you just go head, you know, you just battle it out.
Yeah,
stuff like that.
Street Fighter style.
It's Street Fighter style, just straight up, just knocking punches down. You know, and, I mean, again, I'm not complaining about this gameplay. This gameplay is awesome. You know, the background of the gameplay, like the maps, pretty good. It's very wide, like you said. You could go around everywhere. You could fly, and it's pretty good. I will say, comparing it to Xenoverse 1, I feel like they didn't do much on the gameplay sharing. Like they didn't. They just. I feel like they just copy paste to Xenoverse 2, and they just added features and stuff because kind of the maps are really the same.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't know if you played the first one, but the maps are the same. But I mean, again, if you just look at the graphics, it's a little bit cleaner, it's a bit smoother. But they should have done a little bit better on the gameplay, the audio on it.
So it's off. So people their mouths are moving, but nothing's playing. There's no sound because like the dialogue doesn't match up with how. Like
it would have been fine with cutscenes because it happens in a lot of games. Like the dialogue is off, but to actually have it with the gameplay, like you will have having an attack, and like the attack is already done, but you still have the background of the guy like screaming, doing his sound, and it's kind of like, don't rush the game. You know, take hints from Square Enix. Like
take 15 years to make a game.
Yeah, dude, make it right. Don't rush it. It's kind of bad. No, because you get fans like us and other, you know, like you love the game, but you kind of have these like small like. Why?
Yeah, which brings me to my main gripe against this game, and essentially it's the story, and it's the same exact story, which is the problem.
Yeah,
that you've played every single Dragon Ball Z game ever. It's you fight Raditz, you fight Nappa Vegeta, you fight Frieza, in that order. But the thing is, they tweaked it a little bit, so fights are a little different. So instead of fighting just Vegeta in Great Ape mode, you fight Nappa in Great Ape mode together. You fight them against.
And they're purple.
And then instead of fighting Frieza alone, Cooler jumps in there somehow, right? Little tweaks like that, but it's essentially the same thing, and that I don't like. I'm so bored of having to play through the story. I've watched the anime.
Yeah, you're right. All the games it's like you're watching the anime constantly, thousands of times, and it's like if like you're sitting down to watch the anime HD version. Yeah, and it just every year is like it's kind of annoying. Because there's so much to do with this universe. With this, you could just go away, turn off away from whatever storyline they have now with the new Dragon Ball Z, and just make your own. Like, you know, you keep the basic of what the premises is of each character and all that, but just go along, bring a new bad guy. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, I mean, they did do that in this game with. I forget, Mira and Toa?
Yeah, names? But again, you're still going back to your old story modes that you've done already. So you know how it ends.
They introduced new villains, but you really don't fight against them until like towards the end of the game, and you're essentially just playing through the original story.
Yeah, your original story, like you already know 1,000 times. Like,
exactly. So that gets old. I didn't like that. I wanted to see something new. I mean, I get it. They tried. This is like the best attempt to try to alter the story.
Of course, yeah.
That they've done, but it's still the same thing overall.
Yeah.
One thing that I did enjoy though was how deep that this game can get, and what I liked the most was that the game actually forced me to find out how deep it can get in terms of RPG elements. So all right, I was cruising through the game, just kicking everyone's ass, whatever. I got to Nappa and Vegeta when they turned to Great Apes, and it took me like 6 tries, and I was like, I can't beat these guys. What the hell is going on? So finally, I realized I need to upgrade my stats. There's a way I can upgrade my stats. I went into the menus, and I was like, holy crap, there is. Upgraded my guy, went back to that fight, and I kicked their asses. And it made me realize, wow, this is essentially like Dragon Ball Z, like for real. Like you train your guy by going through his battles, and you upgrade him, he gets stronger, so you're able to take on him again. And you know, that's just the main story. You can go out and do side missions and train that way, or learn moves from different masters. Like you can learn moves from Krillin, from Vegeta, from Goku, even from Broly, which is really cool. And you can build your guy up. So in a sense, the RPG elements really match how the story of Dragon Ball Z works, which is they continue to train and get stronger and beat the stronger enemies that come up.
Yeah, totally agree with you on that. The features on this game, comparing to the first one, completely amazing. They added so much more, and because with the first one it was just a little small map. You go to do your story mode, and do your quests, and you train with your master just to get stronger. This one actually you get to do more. You go to fight random patrols that you see around there. You can explore the whole map. There's other maps that you go explore, like Frieza's spaceship. You go to Namek. you go to Boo's house, which I didn't know Magic Boo had a house. It was cute.
Yeah, Magic Boo had a house.
Yeah, Magic Boo had a house. Yeah,
I remember that.
And you could do more. You could do more, and it's exciting because you don't have to just do the story mode, get strong, and that's it. I don't know what to do.
Yeah.
No, you get to keep playing online. You know,
side missions.
Do more side missions.
Do group raids, which is really cool.
Which I do like. You get to switch the colors of your powers and your clothing more.
Yeah,
like, that's pretty cool.
Even little things like that. Just
small things like that.
Customize your guy to make him your guy.
Yeah, now you can actually be like, this is my character. This is my DBZ character. Which in the first one you were limited. But again, you can't really argue about much because like when you do a first game, you kind of like want to explore. And when you start doing other games, you get to do more stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, the features on this game is totally amazing, worth it. Like comparing to the first one, to any Dragon Ball, Xenoverse actually gives you more to do in this DBC universe because you have your own character to customize.
Yeah.
You don't. Oh, I gotta use Goku. No, you get to use your customized character.
Guy. Go play missions with friends. It just offers a lot more than the other DBC games have.
The gameplay, the story, everything is unlimited. In my point of view. But yeah, it's pretty good.
Well, overall, what out of 10 would you give it?
I give it an 8.
I agree with you. I give it an 8 out of 10. The minor glitches and things like that didn't really bother me too much. It's whatever. I'm not gonna take it too seriously. What I didn't like about the game was the storyline for sure. I was bored of playing the same storyline. But what made me get over that was the gameplay. I thought it was really fresh, really new. The customization was a lot deeper than I thought, and I was impressed by that. So yeah, 8 out of 10 for me.
Alright. Well, there you have it, folks.
Hey guys, thanks for watching. I'd greatly appreciate it if you guys click on that big giant subscribe button right there at the top of the screen. And if you want to check out more of our vids, go ahead and click on the annotations to the left hand side. And if you guys want to suggest anything, feel free to leave a comment. We're open to suggestions. Remember, we're doing this all for you. And we'll check you guys out in the next episode of NPV. Peace out.